Gennady Golovkin once again, man, disposes of another ranked middleweight former champion in Daniel Geale. It's to the point now where, you know, we want to see him in big fights, but then when you know, like I made in my prediction video, if you look at the middleweight division, man, there's not a lot to really choose from to make a realistic big money fight. Cotto's not going to fight Golovkin. I mean, from what I heard this morning, they're already trying to set up a Cotto versus Chavez Jr. fight at 160. So they're going to try to drag Chavez Jr. back to 160, which I don't know how the fuck he's going to be able to do that. There's really nobody at middleweight that I see that they can realistically put Golovkin in there with that is going to give this guy any remote problems. I mean, the one thing I'll give Daniel Geale is he was moving around the ring, making it tough for Golovkin to land clean in certain spots. But Golovkin at the same time, like I said, man, his footwork is so good that he's the general in that ring, and he was making Geale try to evade him, but at the same time using a lot of energy, and he was throwing shots at Golovkin, and even at some points, he was catching Golovkin pretty good, but I think too, Golovkin's got a good chin, and he wasn't hitting him hard enough for Golovkin to kind of like try to evade himself. It was just, it seemed like it was a feel-out round in the beginning for Golovkin, and then in the second round you started to see him get a little more assertive, and then he got dropped, and then in the third round it was kind of the same thing, and there were points where Geale would get in the corner, and then Golovkin just like, throws that left hook to the body, gets Geale off the ropes. And even in the shot that he hit Geale with, that counter right, he got hit with Geale's right hand too. So, there's spots where you see Golovkin is hittable, I mean, and I think that's been a trait of his in in several of his fights. I mean, he's not a guy that is going to be thoroughly hard to hit, but it's a situation where he's gonna hit you. You know what I mean? He's not slow either. When I'm watching the combinations he's throwing, I'm like, he's not slow, man. and he's got thudding power, and you can hear it like when it was landing on Geale's body. And he's gonna be a tough guy to beat, man. Even at 168, I'm looking at him, and if he's fighting at an optimal weight, and you put him, if he, let's just say he goes up and fights at like 167, 166, 167, and fights guys like a Carl Froch or a Kessler or some of these guys like as starter fights for 168, man, I could see him being successful, man. I mean, the talk is obviously Andre Ward. I'll get to that in a second. At middleweight, I think he's gonna, I guess in a way, be the king there for right now, because I don't see Cotto fighting him. I don't see, if Quillen fights him, I'm picking Golovkin over Quillen, like, without even hesitating. So in the future, I mean, I think they're going to have to make big fights on 168, because that's just where the money's at for the most part. And with Andre Ward, for the people who are like on this bandwagon of hating on Golovkin, Andre Ward's not the answer, guys. And let me say this: do not be surprised that in a year's time it's Andre Ward that's chasing a fight with Gennady Golovkin, because Andre Ward is not any cash cow or anything that people are running to make a fight from. So if it becomes a deal where Golovkin in a year's time becomes a pay-per-view attraction, what the hell is, what do you have to gain by fighting Andre Ward instead of Gennady Golovkin, who's gonna fight on pay-per-view? So, but we'll see what happens, because Andre Ward, as it stands, man, hasn't fought this year, and I'm thinking he may not fight till next summer. So as far as talks about him and Gennady Golovkin are concerned, I'd like to see the fight. It's just realistically not a possibility right now. So let me know what you think about the fight. I mean, a 3-rounder. with Golovkin and Geale. Let me know who you'd like to see him fight next, as far as like middleweights are concerned, because I don't think they're gonna go to 168 yet. So we'll see what happens. And like I mentioned earlier, they're talking about a Cotto Chavez Jr. fight that is brewing for December. I'll stay tuned for that. I'll be relaying more information as I get it. So as I always say, subscribe, hit the links, and I'll be back soon. Peace.